Eu vou começar a gravar agora porque eu já acabei todas as outras missões que eu tinha pra fazer. Faltam só as missões principais, né? Então eu vou começar agora. Deixa eu ver pra onde é que eu tenho que ir. Tô esperando das 7 da manhã pra eu poder comprar energético.
Travel broadens the mind.
Então eu consigo aguentar.
Revelio.
Não tem nada pra cá, não. Tem um daqueles cálices pra... Deixa eu ver nem se dá pra ir por aqui. Como é que eu subo ali em cima? Eu sei que eu sempre acabo me perdendo e fazendo outra coisa enquanto eu procuro a
Revelio.
missão. Só que tem tanto colecionável no jogo que eu acabo sentindo vontade de ir atrás, sabe? Como é que eu chego ali em cima? Opa, talvez por aqui. E aí, Bluffs? Como é que tá, filho? Por aqui, ó.
Incendio.
Tá gravando direitinho.
Revelio.
Mas ainda apareceram uns caras que começaram a falar aqui do nada. Aí eles falaram um monte de coisa sem sentido e sumiram. E que eles podiam pelo menos ter se inscrevido. Tu viu aí? Vou mandar o perfil no Facebook pra eu ver. Eu nem abri.
Revelio. Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon.
Gladwin Moon. Oh, well, you can't name it.
First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit, unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night.
Eu passei a noite todinha ali em pé esperando anoitecer pra poder falar com ele de novo. What the fuck?
We are fortunate to... Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue.
Incendio. Accio. Depulso. Descendo. Flipendo.
Até só pegar.
Odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade.
Strewn around Hogsmeade.
Trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience.
Demiguise.
Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre as is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of 2 statues right here in the faculty. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I'd be happy to help.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahomora.
What about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Oh.
Alahomora. No bye. No. Hello. Alahomora. Aqui, né? Qual foi?
Alahomora.
Ele vai sozinho, é? Quando chega perto? Que é isso? Que é ID para mais back and rotate the dials till both corresponding gears are activated to release the lock. Que é ID? ID. Deixa esses dois aqui assim. Tô entendendo nada. Que é Move Green Spark. Certo. AD Move Red Spark.
Well done! You're in! Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle, after all.
Revelio.
Mas já vai travar meu jogo. Acabei de começar a gravar.
Hello, Hamora.
Eu não entendi qual é a lógica, é só tipo no aleatório, sei lá. My dear daughter has been asking a very if you conversar com os caras.
Revelio.
Eu consegui, né? Isso que eu queria. Can stay close to you. É um daqueles que eu queria. Poder fazer a chavezita underline. Return additional bones. Supplied with bones. Fire levels of the Aloha Mora spell. Preciso pegar mais daquela estatuazinha. Poder pegar níveis do Aloha Mora. Casting Revelio. Reveals authority figures. Só pra ter saber isso.
Revelio.
Deixa eu pegar esse daqui, olha. Que é o talento de poder correr quando eu tô me escondendo. Ritual use, entendeu? Né? Acelerar minha vida. Pô, vacilei.
That's it.
Faltam só mais dois agora, tem 14 e 16.
Revelio.
E depois eu vejo. Acabar logo a missão aqui. Legal, tá cheio de coisa escondida atrás desse.
Revelio.
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddled cape flappers that can scarcely tell the difference between aconite and asphodel.
Yes, well, it's still early. Perhaps they'll improve.
You say that every year, Matilda.
Eles vão ficar aí. Tanto de coisa escondida, bicho. Vou liberar muita coisa aqui.
Revelio.
What is the Bewildered? O Levioso.
Levioso. Revelio.
Escondido que eu não sei nem por onde começar. O.
This must be the prefect's bathroom.
Quero entender a lógica dele aqui. É tipo um aleatório mesmo. Tem alguma coisa que eu não tô vendo. Depois é bem aqui, mas tipo, o que faz ser bem aqui? Entendeu? É isso que eu quero saber. Tem alguma pista pra ser ali, sei lá. Ou é no aleatório?
Revelio.
Are preparing for a rebellion. Rude. Always mucking about, stirring up trouble. Perhaps Ranrock and his lot wouldn't be so combative if the Ministry would allow them to have wands. One of those goblins comes near me, I'll hand him his hat. Or I'm not afraid of a goblin rebellion. My marching Professor Hecat's class is superb. Right. Why don't you leave goblins alone? How dare you treat my prefect that way? I'm a prefect too, you twit. That's it.
Wait.
Just be helpful. You know you can't do that.
Revelio. Aloha Mora.
Entendi como é que. Olha, beleza, é aqui. Mas. Como eu sei que esse é aqui, entendeu? Ou é tipo só no aleatório? É no aleatório mesmo, assim, eu até consegui. Então tem alguma lógica atrás disso.
Revelio.
Falta só mais um agora. Olha que legal. Porra. Não vi até aqui embaixo. Até. Dois, eram três. E o outro? Tinham três lá em cima que eu vi. Só desceu dois, foi? Ok.
Revelio.
Mas não, eu acho.
Confringo.
Dá pra voar aqui? Será? O que eu faço pra chegar ali?
Aloha Mora.
Aloha Moura. Aloha Mona. Ué, jogo. Não posso fazer nada, vai se foder. Depois eu volto aqui.
Revelio.
Ah, porra. Pra ele vir o caminho todinho, parar ali pra eu poder sair. No, boy. No.
Plenty of other parents
Thank you.
in my way, then. Well, I suppose I should begin my rounds now.
Revelio.
Best, but the students are terribly disappointed about Quidditch being cancelled.
I had planned to bet a few galleons on Hufflepuff this.
Ravenclaw?
Salvar aqui. Eu pego e já começo daqui de volta.
I know when I see a winning bet, and Ravenclaw would not have been that. Not this year, anyway.
I'm partial to Hufflepuff myself.
Revelio.
Se não me engano. Ver se tem mais alguma coisa aqui em cima antes de eu sair. O jogo não vai deixar eu explorar.
I suppose you should.
Preciso do feitiço nível 2 para poder fazer isso aí. Ok.
Revelio.
Quero achar o último, falta só um. Quero achar o último. Tô saindo aqui, eu posso pegar isso aqui agora. O 3. Esse aqui. Oito mais 5 dá 13, então é 0, né? Contra 14, 3 mais. Aquele ali, não tô vendo. 2, 3 mais 2 dá 5. É o último. Esse dragãozinho aqui, olha. É Hidra, eu acho. Esse aqui, olha. Um polvo, sei lá.
Revelio.
Astro Statue. O que tem aqui? Tartan Blazer School Uniform.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Alguma coisa aqui. Tem aqui. Nada de muito especial, mas pelo menos tem alguma coisa.
Revelio.
Cá não dá pra ir não, né? Deixa eu ver. Dá não. Esses nível 2 também. Tá bom, já volto aí. Darindu.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart he knocks me, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that.
Pô,
Oh, I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can... this mystery.
Revelio.
dá pra
We
acessar
are
tanta
fortunate to
coisa
have a
agora.
student brave enough.
Tanta coisa agora. Muito alto, muito alto. Já vai até onde essa escada?
Revelio.
Nice to see you, my young friend.
Littering Dungeon. Olha. A parte de outra escola aqui. Esse aqui.
Revelio.
You belong to someone but in you. Já peguei tudo pra cá. Porra. Bom, tá bom, viu? É mesmo, não tem nada aqui pra pegar. Já peguei tudo. Trabalhando bem, viu? Uma estatuazinha lá embaixo, olha. É. Salve, bicho, para isso.
Hello, Hamura.
O cara chegou e falou uma porra dessa, velho. Virgem para isso. Para isso. O cara mandou essa mesmo.
Levioso. Revelio.
Revelio. Revelio. Eu não tô olhando pra cá. Pô, peguei tudo. Mano, eu fiquei tão puto com o Dark and Darker que eu não só desinstalei o jogo, eu apaguei ele da minha conta. Removi ele da minha conta, mano. Eu tenho certeza que eu nunca mais vou jogar essa porra desse jogo. Isso, super sério, olha. É porque eu tô gravando agora, já te mostro. Realmente removi da minha conta. Pra nunca mais aparecer. Ontem. Por que a gente parou de jogar. É lá. Não, quando a gente tava jogando, pô. Jogo naquela hora. Não jogava esse jogo mais não. Aí eu instalei e aí removi da minha conta.
Revelio.
E dois, né? A aranha. Essa porcaria, né? Aranha 8. Para 9. É isso. 7. Mais um. Dá 8. O que mais dá pra fazer aqui? A gente pode jogar Overwatch. Só joga Dark Dark, é. Fique marcado. Esses caras são muito esquisitos, mano. Só aparece doente aqui, mano. É incrível.
Benite.
Isso.
Venite. Revelio.
Botar fogo nesse quadro.
Incendio. Venite.
Quebra finite.
Revelio.
Marcado, queimado, gozou. Poesia. Como é que chama poesia de rua?
Lumos.
Passei por esse bicho. Tem um ogro. Né? Marcado, queimado, gozou.
Revelio.
Tem muito cara de parede falsa.
Revelio.
Sobre isso.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Tá falando em poção, eu vou aqui em cima pra poder pegar o negócio que eu deixei fazendo. Olha que eu deixei um bocado fazendo. Um monte de Wickel World feito aqui já também. Agora eu vou fazer a outra missão principal que tem aqui. Demigais Monstro Gladway. Falta só uma dessas Dandelion Keys. Fazer logo esse bicho, classe. Tem uns colecionáveis que também são de animaizinhos. Eu vi uns capítulos atrás. Caralho. Que horas são? 4h53. Um bocadinho.
Revelio.
Hey. Lekker leitada. Lekker leitada. Lekker leitada.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none
Olha
of
que
these
bicho bonito,
fish
é um dodô.
taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe.
Oh! Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor.
Slippery devil.
Here, you can practice on
É tão
Gerald.
bonitinho.
Just keep an eye out for his tongue.
É bem bonitinho.
You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience.
Okay. Como é que eu faço pra brush the puff skin? Será que como é que eu faço isso? Ah, tá. Okay. Por que eu não posso usar a minha mão? Eu tenho que usar magia até pra isso.
I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed?
Come peixe.
What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Neasels? Parece lince. Parece lince viadão.
Couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Gente esquisita. Todos os quatro aí.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Neasels just as you did with Gerald. The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come
Ela tá
to an
gostando de
end.
mim.
Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Ok.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
Psst, psst. Over here.
Acabou de falar. You can like that.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
The forest?
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. Come with me.
Ela é meio esquisitinha, né?
I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Ela tá doidinha por mim, essa
Where are you
rapariga.
taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you.
Ela quer dar o prequito. Ela quer dar o chibio pra mim, essa
Don't worry,
rapariga.
we're nearly there. It's just ahead.
Ela quer dar o prequito pra mim. O chibio dela fedendo animal. Ela quer dar pra mim.
Stand back.
Olha que bonito. É o grifinho. Então, velho.
Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just
Lindo,
magnificent?
lindo, lindo, lindo.
Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be
Ah,
careful.
ela, linda.
You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody.
embora.
So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry we could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
I know.
Revelio.
Tem alguma coisa pra cá?
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can.
Cara,
I'd like your help with something.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts. She hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of
Revelio.
Que legal. Eu prometi que ia visitar a irmã dele com ele.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Dean to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that.
Revelio.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry.
Descendo! Revelio.
Primeiro eu vou visitar a irmã dele logo. Eu prometi que ia com ele visitar a irmã dele que tá doente. Por que não? Puxa. Que pode? Que é isso? Aqui pode?
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise.
Yeah. Vamos ter um daqueles de entrar no lago. É cheio de coisinha aqui, né? Esse jogo é cheio de coisinha escondida. Legal. Dark Arts Cloak. Deixa eu mudar logo meu vestimento. Olha, 51 para 63. Bom, hein? Eu tô dando melhor. Olha, 67. Bem louco, empolgante.
Revelio.
Pra mim eu tinha que tem é daqui das borboletinhas, né? É entendido.
Lumos.
Tem um aqui. Aí tem outro bem ali, olha. Tem que levar pra onde?
Revelio. Lumos.
Tô vendo não, pra onde é que tem que levar? Eu sei que tem um bem aqui, mas... Opa. Cadê o terceiro e último? Ah, lá no cantinho, velho. Ixi, vai ter 4 então, porque eu tô vendo mais de um quanto borboleta. Eu tô imaginando. Acho que eu tô imaginando, só falta aquele ali mesmo. Mallow Switch. Mallow Switch. É Mallow Switch ou Mallow Switch?
That's that.
Show. Eu posso lançar magia aí enquanto eu...
Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Por algum motivo eu não posso parar lá em cima. Ashwinder X. Confringo! O que tem de bom aqui pra mim? Olha o item lendário que eu preciso identificar. Eu acho que eu já posso ir lá na sala. Pegar mais Mallow Switch.
Deke.
Oxi.
Ah, Deke is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room the other day. You must need it to help with your schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before.
Knapsack.
Deke calls it a knapsack. Perfect for gathering and transporting beasts. Pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howen said in Beasts class, that I should study as many beasts as I can on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area. So, perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where.
Posso me mover? Não.
Come along then. Our first stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now.
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect. Deke loves an outing.
Eu fui na sala pra pegar mais Mallow Switch, né? Mas pode ser, depois eu volto. Fazer logo isso aí.
That was a dark time in Deke's life. Deke found himself in service of the cruelest wizard he ever met. A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Well, it was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good.
Revelio.
We have arrived. Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the puffle of puffskeins nearby. It'll be nice to keep them safe. All you'll need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
Pegar mais.
Revelio. Professor Howard will never believe this.
Eu tenho que pegar de um por um.
I'll look after you. Revelio.
Eu acho, mano.
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
Oh.
I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently. Deke will meet you there whenever you're ready.
Está muito longe. É de vassoura.
Revelio.
Muito longe, não. Ó, passei direto. Augustus Blue. Bum bum chacalaca.
Revelio.
Bum 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 chacalaca. Bum bum. Bum bum é uma palavra engraçada, né? Bum bum.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
Pô, tua traseira são todas explosões. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum.
Confringo. Revelio.
Mais algum?
Confringo.
Ai, ai. Merlin.
Expelliarmus. Revelio.
Very lucky they've got protection charms, if you ask me. I'll get that goblin
Protego!
helmet back. No! How unfortunate for you.
Confringo.
You
Defender. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Muito legal isso aqui. Olha que legal.
Oh, I shall enjoy
Vai gostar disso. Pô. É meio masoquista, né? É o masoquista que gosta de morrer logo de uma vez. Capturar esses bichos aqui. Será? Deixa eu ver. Posso capturar esse passarinhozinho aqui. Saber como fazer, eu vou ficar invisível. Aí eu vou tentar capturar. Será que dá certo? Ah, otário. Juggernaut. Achei um bonitão ali, ó. Esse aqui. Esse coloridão aqui, olha. Eu quero aquele verdão ali. Não consigo pegar ele. Chamou, né? O Fringle. Juggernaut.
Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The juggernauts are just here, in this large tree. If it's helpful, Deke has seen Levioso used to slow flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the knapsack.
I've already rescued one, actually. Do you have another beast in mind for today?
Deke does. A clearing nearby is home to a herd of moon calves. Just follow the footpath uphill and Deke will meet you there.
Revelio.
Viu todos? Piedade, se soubesse que tinha capturado mais antes de falar com o doente.
Everything's all right now. Revelio. Reparo. Revelio. Hello, Deke. Is this the clearing you mentioned?
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the spiral pattern in front, but only under the light of the moon. So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten time, you might sometimes have to wait until nightfall to see them.
I shall go and find a moon calf then.
Deke will be waiting for your return.
Procedo.
Revelio.
Revelio. Aí eu abro o mapa, né? Aí eu coloco pra esperar. Sim.
Do cooperate, won't you? Settle yourself. I mean you no harm. Revelio. Professor Howard will never believe Revelio. Oh, no, you don't. I'll look after you. There. I'm not... Revelio.
Por que eu não tô conseguindo usar o...
Revelio.
Ele não tava querendo ficar invisível.
Everything's all right now. Revelio.
Mas o que eu vi aqui,
Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
Então, ainda tem um lá no finalzinho, né? Escondido. É só ele não sair daqui.
Professor Howard will never believe this. Revelio.
Mentir não, eu queria estar jogando Resident Evil não, viu?
Revelio.
Eu quero terminar logo isso aqui primeiro.
It was a bit trickier than the others, but I have a mooncalf now.
Another beast, safe and sound. Shame we didn't see the mooncalves dancing. It's a marvelous sight. Deke supposes you're finished here. He'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room.
All right.
Deke will meet you back in the room whenever you're ready.
The village. Esse vídeo. Have to go to the village. Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, you need to come to the village." And I was just like, "The village?" So I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" You know, it sounds crazy. And indeed it was.
And indeed it was. The village? That sounds crazy. And indeed it was. The village.
And he was like, "Oh, you need to come to the village." And I was just like, "The village?" So I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" You know, it sounds crazy. And
There you
indeed
are.
it was.
Now, we need to show the beast you rescued their new home. But
The village.
not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all.
At all.
Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide.
Eu tiro a camisa.
What exactly did you think of?
Há um espaço maior lá dentro.
Heavens! You've done it!
But what is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
Quando entrar vai ser maior por dentro.
Meet you inside when you're ready.
Olha que legal, olha que legal, olha que legal. Caralho. Vou soltar os bichos tudinho aí. São as cachorras, as preparadas, os popozudos.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them, let them see their new home.
Como é que eu faço pra soltar eles? Clica aqui. H pra abrir o menu. Eu posso ter um de cada, né? Off screen diagonal. É diferente. Deixa eu ver se tem um bonitinho aqui. A maioria parece igual. Pronto.
Oh! Deke thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home for your beasts.
Indeed. I only hope we'll have enough space for all of them.
Deke hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
Any beasts that the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them. Speaking of care, beasts that are well fed and groomed will provide you with valuable magical materials, such as puffskein hair, for example. If you gather some magical materials from your beasts, Deke can show you how to use them.
Very well. I shall let you know when I have some.
Médico de nurtures. Tem que dar escovinha e comidinha. O passarinho. Ah, viado. Se tiver querendo fugir, ó.
Revelio.
Vou soltar o resto dos bichos. Os passarinhos. Os passarinhos dão mais trabalho. Move de volta. Move to inventory.
I'll look after you.
Letra de bicho. Isso é muito feio. Ai, bicho feio. Eu vou parar o vídeo por aqui. Eu vou... Deixa eu ver logo quais missões que tem aqui. Pronto, tem umas missões secundárias, vou fazer logo elas. Aí depois eu continuo gravando, tá? Valeu, até depois.